Ready to get older. Yes, ma'am.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Oh, it is Wednesday night. We're doing the Wednesday night thing. Yeah. Um, let's hop into it. Let me see if I can go back to the. Whoosh! I love that. It's just, I don't know. It just does it for me. Hello, llama. What are you doing? What are you doing up on this hill? You blend in with the snow. Interesting. Anyway, but yeah, I figure we'll do some more building and stuff. I don't know. There's lots to do, so we're gonna get into it. I figured I'd also show you guys around some of the new stuff, because there's quite a bit of new stuff, including this big old mountain here. It's got little holes in it. What's going on there? It's weird. I'll have to talk to Richard about that. I don't know why there's holes in it. Yeah. Richard built this this little mountain here. Pretty cool. It's got like this it's got a big hole in it, which is kind of wild. I don't know. It's kind of neat. Got some vines and stuff growing in there. Little waterfall. He moved his arrow statue over here because I think he was not particularly pleased with the placement. But yeah, with the placement in the other side of the city. So I like it though. It looks nice. We're slowly starting to get this area properly terraformed. A lot of this before was just kind of empty plains, kind of like this with just some random shrubbery and rocks and things. But now we've got some cool stuff. We've got some landforms. Obviously, it's gonna need a little bit of work. You can see a lot of circles. We're gonna do our best to kind of blend those a little bit into the landscape. Let's see. We've been working on the wall. We might do a little more of that today. Work on the gatehouse. We might do a little more of that today. Hard to say. I did want to see. I know that a lot of people have been doing terraforming over here. We're trying to blend. I don't know if you can really see it anymore, but there used to be a pretty strong line right down here. That where the city, you know, and the part that I copied ended, and where the world painter stuff began. And it looks like we're gradually changing that back a little bit. Got some nice terrain generation stuff. Would be cool. Yeah, you can see the line was right about there where that mountain changes color. So eventually we'll get all that sorted. We've got a lot of default Minecraft terrain right here that's just not pleasant. Not a big fan. But we'll gradually change it all until it's in better shape. Let's see what else. I know that Bart was doing a little more terraforming kind of stuff out here yesterday, I think, a little bit today. Looks like she's filled in a lot more today. So she's actually taking a very traditional approach. She's filling this all in by hand, like one block at a time, which is just kind of oh man. I've seen people do it in like survival and stuff, but it's a lot of work. I much prefer to use tools when possible, to be honest with you guys. I'm a little bit lazy. Let's see. We've got some more weird mountains. I think all this dirt's eventually gonna, you know, get converted to grass, so not too concerned there. I don't know what our tick speed is. Hopefully it's high. Why do we have random? Why does that exist? I don't know what that was all about. And it looks like Phoenix, I know, was out over here earlier today laying out some this is going to be in the outline of a mountain, so that's gonna be pretty cool. Can't wait to see all this stuff come together. Got the ocean and our beaches. I think at some point we will need to figure out. I think we want to pull this area out more towards the coastline. Get some mountains right up against the water. I think that'll be good. Yeah, it's slow progress, but progress nonetheless. And I think that's really what's important at the end of the day. Look at this. This is looking really good. So this This mountain was abruptly cut off before, but it looks like it has been restored. What is that? Oh, that's some crazy sand stuff. I don't know what's going on there. I guess there was a hole maybe, or something. No, getting smoothed out, I suppose. We've got our mountain. So something went wrong with this mountain when I was exporting it, and we've got this line of red concrete, and if we poke a hole, you can see that space extends all the way through the mountain. And at some point I need to come through here. You can see it better over here. I need to fill that all in. I'm gonna fill it all with red concrete and then, convert the concrete into something else. That's the plan anyway. But yeah, so far things are looking pretty good. We're making good progress. This is gonna be a long project. It's gonna be quite a while before we get everything sorted. So I think that any progress at this point is good progress. Let's go check out some of the stuff in the city. There's a lot new in the city. We've been focusing a lot of our efforts outside the edges of the city right now. This is kind of nice. This is a gateway to, I think, a military district that Finn's building. Some nice details. I like the use of the smooth sandstone. Some other blocks. There's like what's this? Is this the polished deep slate? That works out pretty well, actually. It's a nice color combo. This area is getting really close to being done. This is Far Home. It's one of the districts of the lower city, frequently inhabited by the Dragonborn. They in my version of this setting, they like to party. So it's a lot of fun things. We've got a casino up here. You can see little shops and stalls and things. Super cool. I think there's a bit more stuff that needs to be done underground, because I believe over in this corner there's we have this, and eventually this is going to lead down into something. I don't know exactly what, but progress is being made. I think John right here is trying to make some waves, and so I think he's going to plan these all out in diamond blocks and then convert them to maybe cobwebs or white stained glass or something to imitate the foam splashing up. That'll be cool. Still gotta get some work done over here in New Cardos and the yellow, and then the Maw, which is this big purple thing. So this is eventually going to be, hopefully, a big forge built into the side of the cliff, shaped like a dragon head. But we're working on it. It's getting there. It's slow progress also. John put this little building together. This is actually something from the current campaign. It's a little blacksmith shop called Turnbuckle Forging. You can see he's got the little sign and the symbols. And this is my favorite part. We got this storm cellar kind of deal. It goes down the lower part of the shop and everything. The bigger equipment, I think. But I love this little. I don't know what it is about this horizontal door. It's just kind of the best. Let's see. This stuff is all coming together. Slowly but surely, We're making progress. We got some stalls. I didn't notice these. These are new. Or maybe not that new. Maybe a little bit new. Another tea cart. Got our bridge. Our beautiful bridge. Very happy with the bridge. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Welcome. How you doing, Raven? How are all of you doing, rather, I suppose? Good to see you. Well, hear from you, I guess, or good to read you. Is that a thing? I don't know if that's a thing. Hard to say. Yeah, this is interesting too. Is that when we updated to 1.17, the textures of the ores changed, which is something I didn't really think too much about. But then it looks different. It looks different than it used to. This statue, and then this one over here, which also has some of those ores in there. It doesn't look bad, but it's definitely different. I don't know if Bart will end up coming through and making adjustments, but it's kind of cool. I don't think of new stuff. I don't know. I mostly just wanted to explore a little bit. It's been a while since I've really spent a lot of time exploring the city. Oh, he didn't move it. He just copied it. Oh, I think some of this is new. I feel like that's new. That doesn't... I don't feel like that was there before. Some of this is getting very detailed, too. Well, we got some corals and stuff in the bay. I like this. These are nice little streets. I can't wait to see how this all comes together with it's like the backs aren't finished, only the fronts. But this is a nice little dockside kind of setup. Got some stray blocks and things, but overall it looks very nice. Got Flora's Flowers, an offshoot of the main brand in the city. And then I think Bart put this together. This is the Last Call Tavern. It's been a while. Grilled meats and fowl, ale and ginger beer. I love it. Bart does such a good job of just bringing life to the things she builds by just with like the little signs and stuff that are everywhere. Oxidized copper. Yeah, that's actually something we haven't done. So all these buildings were, except for maybe this one, were built before we updated to 1.17. But that's true. That's one of the things we need to do, is we need to come through a lot of the stuff that we've already built, and do some redesigning with some of the new blocks. Because I feel like there's a lot to see, a lot of cool new blocks that we can use, for decoration. And I think it's also good to make sure that we don't, we don't have some parts of the city that have all the new blocks and some that don't. Man, this is all really pretty. I love these buildings that Richard puts together. They're ridiculous. But yeah. Oh my goodness. Hey, how's it going, JK Studios? Can I call you JK? Is that just kidding? Or are your initials JK? Or maybe it's like, I know some people, when they have like 2 first names, they'll go by like the, like I had, well, I don't know. I can't think of any good ones. Like TJ, right? There's like someone whose name is like Thomas Johnson Smith, right? And he's got 2 first names, but he goes by TJ because no one wants to be calling him Thomas Johnson every day. It's too many words. Something like that. You can call me whatever. Jeremiah or Kiefer. I like it. It's a good name. I like JK though. Feels like, I don't know. It's a happy name, You could also have a fresh look with waxing a copper block. Yeah. It's interesting. I'm tempted to use some of the copper stuff in this middle area in Centerfall, and like sit it out there for a while and let it oxidize a little bit and then wax it. But it's a lot of effort. I don't know if it's a good use of my time given all the other things that we have to complete right now. Would be fun. Yeah, this is it's always been this size. I mean, the city itself, it's, over time, we've definitely filled stuff in. There were definitely parts of it that I never showed on camera before because there was just nothing there, But yeah, it's a good sized city. I don't know, it's been a while since I've done like a full scale tour of everything that's out here, but there is a lot. We've got tons and tons of districts and houses and things, and not to mention that we're starting to expand outside the wall, and that's kind of exciting too. Jonas Core. I like it. It's also a good one. Yeah, we've got these mansions, but now the new thing is down here. We've got this little town. This is the town of Crystal Camp. So this is something that Phoenix Wrights and Gumpy have been collaborating on for a little while now. It's looking really good. I think you guys, anyone who's been part of the community server, can definitely tell who made this tree, right? But it's it's pretty. I like it. It gives me Tangled vibes, and Tangled is one of my favorite Disney movies, so works for me. Oh, this is interesting. We got some actual use of copper in here. Oh, that's pretty. What is this gonna be? Massive machine. All right, I like that. Also, this tavern here, kind of built into the cliff face, is really beautiful. Hey, Taby, what's up? John, Kevin. Hey, Blizzard's here too. Oh man, we got all sorts of people. This is awesome. What a day. What a day to be streaming. But yeah. This one actually has an interior, which is so cool, because so many of our buildings do not have interiors. Oh, those chairs are... Those are quite possibly the best chairs I've ever seen in Minecraft before. That's extremely detailed. The piston chairs. I have never seen piston chairs before. I think this was Gumpy. I'm pretty sure it was her. It was either her or Phoenix who put this together. But I think Phoenix was focused mostly on. She was focused on mostly doing the outside stuff. Gumpy was in charge of the interior. Is what I recall about that partnership. Cocktails. I like it. Got other drink specials on the wall. Look at these windows, though. Isn't that a view? It's gonna be so nicer once there's not like random sand and a diamond pillar in the not the ocean, the lake. But just bleached hair, can't stay long, so you gotta wash it out. That's fair. If we keep you too long, your hair's gonna just get completely fried. That wouldn't be good for anyone. This is beautiful too. This little green area down over by this waterfall. I don't know how it's gonna be being next to whatever massive machine is being built here, but you know, kind of a nice view. I think there's a kitchen back here too. I wanted to show you guys. Look at this. Is this not like a fantastic kitchen? Oh my goodness. This is definitely Gumpy. No, the details are just great. I love it. This is the stuff that I can't do, right? This is my spicy soup. Oh man. Yeah, I can't do this kind of stuff. I don't have the brain for it. Like, I'm pretty sure that these smokers have like, yeah, they got campfires underneath them. Like, I would never think to do that. Is this a smoker, right? Yeah, it is. Like, look at this little kind of pizza oven looking thing. That's so cool. Got some burnt bread and some unburnt bread. The player heads are really pulling their weight here too. Let's see. We gotta phase through this door because I think it's an iron one. Oh, there's a pressure plate. I'm really down. I can get off the. That's cool. This is like a refrigerator, I think. We got some snow. And we got just these shelves of meat and fish and what looks like kelp. It's pretty nuts. Oh man. What is this? What is this? Where is this? Oh, that's a cool ceiling. Huh. Got glowstone with trapdoors with a little bit of distance, so you get that kind of 3D effect. That's pretty. This is kind of neat. This must be like kind of a prep area or something. Got eggs and gunpowder, sugar and milk. All your basic ingredients. We got an entire wall of melons and hay. It kelps a lot for food. I like it. Kelp is it's like a superfood, right? Don't people eat it because it's? I feel like that was a thing. I can't kelp it. Are we punning? Oh man. Looks like this isn't quite finished. Wow. Can you imagine staying in a room like this? I mean, it's not very big, but what a view. Except for the block of leaves in your way. But, yeesh. I'd stay here. I'd stay here on like a vacation, because realistically, when you're at a hotel and stuff, like, you know, you're not in the room that much, right? But when you are in the room, you want a nice view and stuff. I feel like that's the case. Oh, it could be that kale's a superfood. I don't know. Kelp, kale, what's the difference? They're both green. I know. It's kelp. I don't know. Maybe they're both superfoods. I don't know. I'll look it up and get back to you guys. I like these buildings. I'm interested to see how they turn out, because I'm fairly certain they're not going to continue to be red blobs. I think there's a gold house somewhere back here. It's up here on this hill. Look at this thing. That's a very gumpy house, huh? We were convinced it was a honey house, but I've been told it is not a honey house. It is a gold house. It's kind of a lot of difference. Oh, she's fleshed out the inside and everything too. I like that chair. Campfire chair. Just don't light it, while you're sitting there. This is kind of cool. I wonder if they'll incorporate this where you can walk up onto this person's roof, hang out. Oh, man. Dark green concrete grass. They're both green. What's the difference? That's fair. Speak to me in terms I understand. I get it. I would never mistake dark green concrete for grass. What do these apples mean? Oh, they're redstone blocks. That's so smart. Man. All these people working on this project make me feel like a dummy on a regular basis. Ridiculous. But yeah, very excited about that. Let's see what else there is. New. Orcs and goblins, what's the difference? I understand vegetables. They're green, they go in your belly, they make you healthy. That's my take. That's my hot take on vegetables. Eat your vegetables, kids. You'll grow up big and strong. I think Silverwood's mostly the same, although I noticed the other day that Bart put this building together with the copper roof. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Is it waxed, or is she leaving it out in the elements? Oh, it's waxed. Okay. So it's always gonna be that color. I like it though. These Japanese style buildings are like, oh, they're a vibe. And now we've got this nice wall that obscures our view of the rest of the surrounding world. It's beautiful. Got a couple of new bridges. Oh, Bart built some willows over here. I thought this area is kind of pretty. It's actually I like these willows. Look, she's got some of the new blocks. Very pretty little spot of green. Little bridge. Kind of nice. Stop showing me stuff. I'm sorry. It's we will get there eventually. Why are there sheep on top of my sheep? You're not stop. Get off of my gatehouse. Dang, dude. Like, seriously? What are you guys doing? Why? Oh, man. I don't know why the sheep are here. So this is also something that, we built these last stream and everything, but I wanted to show people because I thought it was kind of interesting. A couple things that we added. But we've got these little towers along the wall, right? And they actually have, like, little stairs, and some of them have interiors. This one does not. A couple of them do. I don't know. I kind of like the sheep. I'm growing attached. If we walk up this crazy wall, which is very steep, I think this one has an interior. Nope, not this one either. Maybe it's this next one. Oh, these have little... Oh, they're not. They're not actually supposed to be lifted up. I thought they were. Oh, here we go. So some of these... some of these have like little interiors with actual stuff. Like this one's got like spare weapons and armor, some provisions. I think down here there's like a hanging out room. It's kind of like a fire station where they've got the area for the firefighters to hang out while they're on call. You got little tables, you can play some games. I love these candles. Like, what do they call them? Candlesticks? Candelabras? Don't know. Neat stuff though. And I think there's more down here. Down here we got storage. We got our obligatory melons and hay. Some barrels and chests and bee houses. Kinda neat. Let's see, if we go up, pretty sure there's another floor up here somewhere. Yeah. And this is like where the actual walkway is, where you can look out over the land. There's little step stools in case you're a short person. I like it. We've also got these. Richard built these last stream. These are really cool. So we got like this big arched thing, and you put a gargoyle face on it. Like he's got a little fire in his mouth and everything. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving all this new stuff. Richard's currently going nuts over here in this corner by this gatehouse. I have no idea what any of these buildings are going to be, but they're insane. He built this nutty bridge over here. Look at this bridge. Look at that thing. That is so realistic that like you could probably build this real life 1-to-1 scale and it would probably work exactly like a real bridge. It's kind of ridiculous. Look at, you've got little counterweights and stuff on it. But yeah, no, it's wild. You should make those black stones so they blend into the wall better. The heads. Oh, yeah, I kind of like them. So if you look from afar, this little archway it's got some gray detailing on it. And then the heads are kind of gray too. So I think it kind of I think it's good if it stands out a little bit. Because I think if it blends in too much, it's hard to see if the head's there. I don't know. It's something we could look into for sure. I built this today, not the tree. Richard built the tree, but I built the waterfall. That's something, right? I get credit for that. But yeah, it's oh man, I'm so happy with this. Like, I like the fact that I can fly out this direction, out into the wilderness, and it's not just like randomly, random biome switching and all sorts of craziness. It's just natural land, and it's all very cool. And we got mountains and stuff. These yellow areas are going to be paths. Gumpy has even started building like a little, I think this is going to be like a ruined village far out in the far reaches and everything. Oh, it's super cool. It's super cool, guys. I like this so much. This is my favorite thing. I do this on a daily basis where I just come out here in the hills and I just wander around these paths. Because eventually they all end up at like little towns and cities and things. Like this one up here at the top of this little hill. There's a little doohickey majigger that tells us the name of the little town. This one is Warm Crag, I believe. Yeah. Look, we're in the town of Warm Crag. If you come over here, Warm Crag is right here by this big lake. And it's just really cool that we can do that, that we have like enough land mass and stuff that we have like destinations, we can be like, oh man, tomorrow we should go to Warm Crag and build something, like we can name these places now because they're on a map, they're actual places. Obsidian lava biomes, there's a corner of the world that's kind of like that, very very actively volcanic and stuff, but it's not something that we've incorporated as part of this map. So this map that we're working on is only the Elven territories right now, which is already humongous. But the volcanic area that's similar to what you're talking about is farther to the north. That's where the dragons hang out, because they're some of the only people who are kind of okay with their house being right next to lava. But yeah, I don't know. I like wandering around here. It's also pretty. I do wish my render distance was a little bit bigger. So currently it's capped on the server side at like 15 chunks, which is like a lot, but also not enough when you've got landscapes that look like this, you know? It's weird though, because I swear that it used to not be that way. Because my computer's render distance is set to 48. And I definitely have screenshots that I've taken in the past that were more than 15 chunks. So I don't know how to turn it off or how to change it. If anyone knows, let me know. That would be really helpful. But it could just be something new that's being implemented by the server hosting site or something. I don't know. Most of it's going to be forested. There's going to be a lot of it's going to be forested. There are going to be some areas that are sort of swampy meadows, and then also some areas that are plains, and then different kinds of forests too. So over on kind of this side of the river is going to be, I don't know what they call it. It's like a fairy tale forest. Really huge, big, tall trees and a closed canopy. So all the leaves kind of meld together and not a lot of light comes through. It's gonna be foggy and mysterious and super cool. But we're gonna have some pine barrens and stuff up in these mountains. But yeah. Anyway, and we've got our little tree staging area. Gumpy's built some trees, and we'll probably end up bringing a few of the big trees from Astroland in here as well. And we'll start plonking them down where we've got good spots. But yeah, it's gonna be really cool. I'm very excited about this. Anyway, I have managed to waste a good 40 minutes just flying around doing nothing, so that's cool. But I figure we'll do some work on the terraforming around here. So the idea, I wonder if I can put the picture on my screen. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can put the picture that I'm using as a reference, like as a little picture in the corner of the stream. Maybe that would be something. That way people can see it. I have to find the picture first, though. Somewhere on my computer. Let's see. I believe it's this way. Yeah, here it is. Let's open this. Sorry. See if we can. Okay, I think what I can do is I can go to the live scene, and I believe that I can add a image. Here we go. Oh, well, that's really easy. I'm glad that they make this really simple. You can add a. Nope, that's not right. Properties. Here we go. Downloads. Use this one. Okay, and then we're gonna make it smaller because that's humongous. It's a little too crazy. I don't know. Is that an okay size? Does that seem alright? Can you guys see that? I hope you guys can see it. Yeah. I think that's not too obtrusive. But yeah, that's the kind of vibe we're going for. Tall trees, you know, some of the misty light coming through from the distance, and then we've got this land where a lot of it's been carved away by little tiny streams and things like that, and I think that's really pretty. It's something I want to try and do. So I've been slowly building up this this area a little bit, and we'll go through and we'll just kind of take our tools. And this is like brush, probably a smaller brush, and just kind of mess with this shape to try and get what we want. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. Because right now, all of this landmass was created by me plonking down some cylinders of sand and hoping for the best. So 5 cylinders of sand in a dream, right? But I think that ultimately we need something a little bit more formal. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry too much about some of these corners are a little bit square. I'm not too concerned about that because you know, we've got some like weird jaggedness to it. But I'll show you that we can come back in with voxel sniper brushes and kind of mellow it all out a little bit. So right now I'm really just going for, you know, can I get a decent shape? I'm thinking with this little hill up here, this little guy, I'm thinking we want this side to be a little more steep. So I bring this up to like a more of a flat cliff face, and I think we want the opposite side to be a little bit less steep, so that people can climb up on this side and kind of stand and look out over there over the river. I don't know what's going to be on the other side, but probably something cool, I guess. Honestly, it's probably gonna be more trees, but trees are cool. We like trees. Let's see, and try not to interfere too much with that yellow wool, because it's kind of gets messy if you start getting too much into that sort of stuff with your brushes, because you start brushing yellow wool all over the place, which is really just not ideal. Let's see. Oh, I just got a thing. Hey, Jams made it. What's up, Jams? How's it going, buddy? Isn't it like super late where you are? What are you doing up? Get some sleep. Sleep is important. But I do appreciate you swinging by and dropping some bits. We're just doing some more terraforming kind of stuff. Nothing too crazy. Just trying to find some nice shapes in all of this mess. I kind of like this little I don't know. Let's see if we can messle around a little bit with this by hand. But I like this little corridor or walkway in between these. That's gonna be kind of nice. I think we can put a tree maybe like right here. It kind of hangs up over there. Oh man, I think that would be good. Let's see. On this one, I think I want to bring this out a little bit more. I'll close that out a little bit. A few little overhangs. Not too worried about them though. Oh yeah, Voxel's really great, but it's so hard to get single player. It's weird. I didn't notice until I was like, I put this map in a single player world after I finished it, before I put it on the server as like a test, and I was like, all right, cool. I'll just mess with some of this stuff, just, you know, kind of get the shapes right. And I realized I couldn't, because you can get world edit, and world edit's all nice and good, but can't get voxel sniper, and I've grown accustomed. But yeah, it's we work with what we got, I guess, right? We kind of like this little bit of a gap there. I think we'll pull this out. I mean, I do want to. I'm trying to get a mix, where we've got some faces that are pretty vertical like this, and then some that are a little more smooth. Trying to find the balance there, because I think that's what makes for really good dynamic terrain. You know, it's a balance between steep and not steep. Hey, it's Best Space Bot. What up? How you doing? How's space? Let's do like this. That's pretty good. Yeah, so this is this area over here was world painted. And then I took the city that I was building and I cut and pasted it with schematics in 5 million block chunks into this world painter world. So now we've got that. Now we're kind of hand editing the world painted world. It's a very complex process. A little bit confusing, but I think the results are pretty good so far. I'm liking the way this is coming out. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and smooth this out, and I'll show you. There is no mods. We're on a server, so we have access to Voxel Sniper and World Edit. And then I made the world in World Painter, but then I exported it as a Minecraft map, and then just used schematics to move the stuff I needed to move. So it's all vanilla pretty much, minus the the server based plugins and all that. Let's see. EE smooth. Make this radius a little bit bigger, and this will help smooth out some of the weird inconsistencies. So this is going to take some of the stuff that looks a little bit funny. It's going to smooth it out. I love the voxel smoothing. Just Voxel Sniper just does such a good job of calculating how these things need to be smoothed out. We've got a few blocks that are dirt now, and that's okay, because what'll happen is eventually, they'll be regreened. Yeah, this is World Edit and Voxel Sniper. Those are my two tools of choice when I terraform. Very good tools. They help a lot. All right, cool. So you can see that the shapes are just smoother now, which is good. And there's still a little bit we have to do by hand. Like this corner is like awfully square. I think we'll probably end up doing something like that just to round it out. We'll come through. This is weird. I don't like this line of dirt blocks. So we'll just kind of come in through and move a few around. Yeah. We do have I know that the 1.17 version of World Edit was like some I think the single player version was not functional for possibly still, but this is the server version, which has been active and not in beta for a little while now, so we're taking advantage. Let's see, let's do kind of like that. I think that's a good shape. Hey, what's up, Chrysaris? How's it going? Welcome. We're just doing a bit of terraforming, trying to get some of these little mounds of dirt to look like better little mounds of dirt. Gotta be gotta get that good dirt mound energy. We are getting there. It's slow, tedious progress. I don't like that square corner. It's not pretty. Unsquare it. Let's see. That's better. We're getting some light that's filtering down through this tree onto our... You see, this block of dirt looks very yellow. Kind of funny. I don't honestly... Oh man, I feel really bad. I don't know where I found it. I think it was just a Google image search, and I said big fantasy tree forest, probably something like that, because my Google searches are not very in depth. And this was probably one of the first images on the first page that popped up, and I was like, yeah, sure, let's go with that. Probably the first one that caught my eye. But it's kind of cool. The only difference between the image that I've got that I'm using for inspiration and what we're actually building, I don't know if you see there's like a little light source in the middle of that, and that's actually a person, like with a walking staff. So the trees in this image are just absolutely gigantic. And the trees that we're building are not going to be quite as gigantic. Mostly just looking at the terrain right now. But yeah, no, those trees in that picture are like super big. I like super big trees. Everyone knows that about me. But in this particular instance, I don't think we have enough space vertically to build super big trees. As much as I'd like to. Still like that. I think this will be nice. Because I think that we can put like, and we should probably start putting down... And I'm running out of space in my hut. Do I use diamond blocks? We use diamond blocks in a lot of places. Let's use lapis. I hope I don't need... That's my cave air. That's my cave air pickaxe. I don't want to get rid of my cave air pickaxe. Get rid of this one. I don't need that one. But I want to start putting down some blocks to get an idea of where I want to put trees. I kind of want to avoid putting the trees like right on top of these hills, even though that seems like a good place. Because I'd like the top of the hills to be kind of walkable. Like maybe we put a tree here, and then we can still walk on this edge. I think probably we want to put a tree probably like there. Have it hang over this direction. So I think I'd like this little area between these two mounds to be sort of shaded. I think we could definitely put a tree somewhere here. Oh yeah, catch you later, Gems. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I know it's late. Let's see here. I think there's more room for a tree maybe right here. And this is gonna be a forest, right? So there's gonna be a lot of trees. it's gonna be Tree City. I do like having trees that hang out over the water. Maybe something down here. You know, none of this is set in stone. We can always adjust it as we see fit later on. I think that's some good spots. I think maybe one more up here would be good. And that gives us 6 trees on this little area. That's probably enough. Depending on the size and stuff, I think it's going to get really crowded really quickly if we're not careful. I think there's a good place for a tree. Like, this is a very good place for a tree. What I'm looking for in general is I'm looking for flat spots that have enough space that I could squeeze the basic root structure of a tree into. And also like places where it looks like the tree roots are holding these clumps of dirt together, right? Because that's how you get these things that are, you know, in this picture that I'm using. The reason that you have those little embankments is because the tree roots are all in there and they're holding the dirt, keeping the dirt from eroding away. And that's really the only way that you get these tall mounds of dirt is when you get some sort of plants that are growing in there that are able to use their roots to hold all the dirt together. So I'm trying to play with that a little bit. I don't know if it's working. I don't know if it's coming across, if it's like one of those things where people actually notice at all, but I'll know it, you know, and that's probably enough for me, honestly. I also want to try and not, you know, like I like these kind of sheer faces, and I don't want to obscure these faces much because I think that eventually we'll naturalize them, put some stone in there and stuff. But I don't want to obscure them because I'm working hard to get them, right? So I'm going to put the trees on the sides of those so that we still get nice views of them. You can use moss blocks. Yeah, absolutely. I think the final palette here is going to be much more complex. You know, grass is kind of boring. We'll have some sort of path, and I don't know what the path's going to look like. It's going to be some combination of like dirt and podzol and the dirt path and maybe some trapdoors or some spruce or something like that. And then this stuff, yeah, you're right, moss is going to be really good for that. Some moss, and I don't know what else would go in here. I mean, obviously, like, you know, little bushes and plants and rocks and things, but leaves and things, I guess. Probably just a mixture of like dirt with some exposed stone. Yeah, Podzel's pretty cool. I got a little bit tired of Podzel for a while because one thing I was running into in the little survival world I was doing is that, oops, that didn't. Let's not do that. That's okay. Ooh, little mini heart attack there. No, but for some reason a lot of the biomes that we're doing in that we're using in the little survival world are like the vast majority of them are spruce forest for some reason, or taigas I think is what they're called, and I don't understand why. But I think it's also important, you know, we start getting a little bit of weird stuff, but I think it is important that we bring this some of these right up to the edge of the path, because really, you know, that's the reason that this path is here, right? We're doing it kind of backwards of the way that it would normally happen. Normally, you'd have terrain, and you know, find a path through the terrain that was, you know, path of least resistance. But in this case, we're doing the opposite. We're building a path, and then we're trying to sculpt the land around it to make it look like, you know, that's the process that it went through. So it's a little bit complicated, but we're getting there. Oh, that's weird. Oh, you know what? I know why. Hold on. Because my chat box is behind this picture that I had. Because I am very intelligent. Let's see. Maybe we'll put the chat box on this side. That's probably easier. Okay. Now when you guys send messages, they should probably show up on the screen. Sorry about that. I did not anticipate having having an image overlay up today, and I didn't give it much thought. Yeah, the picture's covering it up. We have solved the problem. All is well. Let's see. I think I want to get pretty aggressive with the terrain over here, just because what we already have over here is like, some of this is just really nuts, and I want to keep some of it at least because I think it's kind of fun, and it's kind of a nice nod to, you know, the weirdness of the default Minecraft generation. But if we're gonna blend it, we're gonna have to get a little bit aggressive with the terrain that we're building. Let's use this to get rid of. Did I lose my brushes? Oh, I just squished a pig or something. Yeah. Let's see. Speed. Can't spell today. All grass. All grass. Fern. Large fern. I don't know why they can't call them tall ferns. Let's see what else is there. I think poppies. Poppy? Maybe like that. Yes. Okay. We'll put all this grass back later, but it's hard to terraform with it in place. Oh. Some of this is a little bit funny shaped. I think it's good. I think really what we're looking for is stuff that'll look nice once we're done. After we are done smoothing it out, which is, it requires a little bit of you have to think a little bit about it. You know, what is this going to look like after I smooth it out? Is it going to look good then? Because most of it doesn't look good now. You know, that's kind of the way of things. There's nothing under there. Okay. Let's see. We do have a little bit of this sand. Get rid of that. Take some of this. I think we can bring... Is this hollow? What? Oh, this must be something that Bart was working. Can we get out if we go up here? Actually, let's fill this hole back in really quick. I did not know that this was here. So we're gonna fill it in so that because that way we'll be able to fix it, alter it. Let's see. Okay, we do that. Get down in here. Good thing I put my night vision on. I fly up into here and I say, it's huge. Nice. Okay, cool. That's all filled in. This is the Bsl Shader Pack. Highly recommend it. It's a beautiful, beautiful shader pack. Does a great job with water. I feel like one of my biggest complaints with a lot of shader packs is that the water is like weirdly blue sometimes. I don't. It's nice sometimes, but I don't always like it. The BSL water is. I mean, I know you can change the color, but like it's pretty water-like. You know, it's water-colored. There's not a lot to it, but you get some really nice reflections off the surface, which I like. Does a good job with lighting. It is a very sort of resource-intensive sort of shader pack, though. It does eat a lot of RAM. I think it's worth it in the end. Let's see. Why is there random stone up here? I want to try and fix some of these before they propagate. Okay, cool. Okay, we're getting there. This terrain is looking interesting. What's going on back here? I think we can raise this up. Just connect it in. Bring this out. Close that gap a little bit. This is looking good. I like this. Getting some of these corners. This is where it starts to get weird because we got some weird floating terrain. I don't know. I do not know how exactly to deal with the floating terrain. We'll figure it out though. Oh yeah, it's a very common problem. Honestly, I don't know of any good tricks for that. The only way that I've managed to do it is that I have a humongous graphics card on my computer, and so that's how I'm able to. But I mean, even then, like you can see in the upper corner of my screen, top left, that I'm getting like 100 frames per second with the shaders on. But if I turn the shaders off, here I'll show you. It'll be ridiculous. Look at this. I'm getting 429 frames per second. Which obviously I don't actually get that. I get 60, right? Anything above 60 gets rounded down to 60. Because this is a 60 hertz monitor. But the fact that it's able to slow my computer down that much, and I've got like a stupidly fancy graphics card in here, goes to show that shaders are intensive. But if you have a computer that can handle them, you know, well worth it because it is beautiful. No denying that. I basically play all the time with shaders. I never play without shaders anymore, because I don't have to, and that's a beautiful thing. Hey, Guten's here. What's up? Blend it into the ground. You don't think we should try and keep it? And you're probably right though. It's just a little bit. I don't know. Do we have any of it like inside the wall that we're keeping? Stuff is, we're gonna a little bit of overhang, but nothing too crazy. Inside here, yeah, right. This is mostly normal looking terrain. We got a little bit of overhang there, although I think that's actually honestly gonna go. All this is pretty standard. Okay, yeah, we'll probably get rid of some of the weird floaty stuff. It's your birthday? What? Happy birthday. That's super cool. I like that. Happy birthday to you. I don't know what time it is for you. I don't know if it's the beginning of your birthday or the end of your birthday, but if it's the end of your birthday, I hope you had a nice birthday. And if it's the beginning of your birthday, I hope you have a nice birthday. That's really nice, though. I like that. I'd sing you happy birthday, but I'm not much of a singer. And I think that you and I would both regret me singing you happy birthday, to be completely honest with you. But know that I'm singing it in my heart. Hey, it's Mechaton. What's up? How you doing? Welcome back. Just doing some terraforming today. Nothing too crazy. Hatworth. Make it a sheer face with wonky structure. So don't terraform it to insanity, but keep it wonky. I get that. I think we'll leave some of these faces pretty sheer. And then we'll just kind of fill the bottom with trees and stuff, huh? 4:18 a.m. Okay, so it's the beginning of your birthday. I like it. That's super cool. Well, I hope you have a really great one. I'm thinking happy thoughts for you. Let's see. Missed your last stream. Sorry, but how are you doing? No worries. No worries at all. Don't feel like you have to come to all the streams, you know? I just squished a chicken. No one pay attention to that. Yeah, no, I mean, they're not designed in a way that people need to watch all of them in order to, like, understand what's going on or anything like that. All optional. I think water is good here, but I don't like this weird little... Now it's 4:20. Nice. I like it. Oh, man. Obligatory, 4:20 joke. I don't like this, though. So I'm pretty sure this is cave air. Oh, it's not. It's not cave air. Okay, cool. It's just regular. And we can fill this probably with sand. Do we want to fill this in? Yeah, I think so. I think it's... Then we can keep maybe this little area over here. But I think that this side probably needs to be filled in. I'm sorry. I'm sealing you in here, Wolf. I apologize, but... It's necessary. That seems more or less okay. I think we can have a little cave, though. Little secret cave. And clear it out a little bit, make a little space. Now this is cave air, I'm pretty sure. Yes. Called it. Stupid cave air. I don't like cave air. The worst. It's the worst block in Minecraft. I'll say that. Oh, honestly, I don't want to spoil things. The mob that was announced today is going to be my pick. For reasons that I play creative mode. I do not play survival, so none of the other stuff really benefits me that much. But the new mob they talked about today comes with more blocks. So let's see. Oh my goodness. You're voting for the LA? Is it LA or LA? They're adorable. They are pretty cute. The opposite of Vexes. I just relaxed with a bourbon. I like that. That is a good way to spend your birthday. I didn't use Twitter. Okay. That's fair. But if you did vote, we know that you'd vote for LA. I get that. I saw MCX in here too. Oh, there's so much stuff going on. Sorry. We might get them all a long while down the road, but nothing's confirmed or reconfirmed. Kentucky bourbon, nice. It's Ale. I don't know. To be honest, I want all the mobs in the game to be cool additions. I agree. Yeah, I'm leaning for the copper golem, and the only reason that I like the copper golem is because he comes with copper buttons. I'm like, yeah, I want copper buttons. I'm totally down for copper buttons. I'm so excited about that. So, let's see. Let's just fill this all in. Okay. We shall never speak of it again. I am 100% a simp for blocks. That's not even a question. I'm not even gonna try and deny it. I'm not gonna be like, oh no, I promise I'm not. 100% I am. If it comes with blocks, I'll vote for it. Copper buttons. I'm more excited about the copper buttons than I am about the golem. I'll be honest. It's gonna be so cool. There's gonna be so many cool decoration things I can do with copper buttons. It's very exciting. This is cave air again. Why is there so much cave air? Oh, hey, how's it going? Triaxial fleas. That's interesting. Is that a reference to something, or is it just, or do you just like fleas with multi-axial fleas? I'm down with either. I just watched a bunch of your vids on YouTube, and oh, thank you. The Giga Decade Project. Oh man, I appreciate it though. It's a big one. That's part of the fun. But yeah, I don't know how much you've seen, but what was going to be a very long project has recently become an extremely long project by choice. I have no one to blame but myself, but I've recently expanded the scope of the project from building a city to building a country. So we've gone from what was roughly like a 1200 by closer to like a 1000 by 1000 kind of blocks project to one that's now about 50,000 by 50,000. So we're gonna work on it. We're gonna build it or die trying. But yeah, I don't envy me. It's a lot of time. Let's see. You're 24 today. Nice. Happy 24th birthday. Sorry, there's so much stuff. All A. Welcome in. Oh. Simping on the copper buttons. I definitely am. I mean, if the other ones came with blocks, I might vote for those too, you know? I can't really think of much you can do with copper buttons. Yeah, but, like, I feel like people said the same thing about, like, all sorts of blocks, and look at what we've done with just, you know, just the blocks they've given us. Imagine if they gave us more, you know? I'm sure Bart would find a use for copper buttons, no doubt. This place is looking actually really cool. I'm in Spain without the S because the girls are me for golems. I like that. That's good. Oh, let's see. We're gonna do stone. Mask sand. Okay, cool. Let's make all this random sand. Sandum. I mean, okay, so the only thing that was stopping me from making it a multi-country map is the fact that I realized that if I made a map much bigger than 50,000 by 50,000, that I would stop, or that the file would be too big, and I wouldn't be able to render it in a reasonable amount of time. Literally the only thing to stop me. Let's get rid of this snow. I think it's just one. Oh. 20. Didn't get rid of all of this snow. I don't know why this snow didn't go away. But... and snow layers. That's so annoying. They're like underneath. Why are there so many snow layers, and why did they not get thawed? Don't know. Let's see. I'd love to be there building stuff, make buildings or maybe a mansion. Yeah, I think we've got a lot of people who feel that way, to be honest. It's a fun thing, you know. I do think that it's not as much fun as maybe I make it seem, because there are a lot of days that I spend on here that are just, it gets really boring after a while. It's fun definitely for a while. I think at some point you start to get tired of dealing with all the immensity of it. There's just so much to do. It gets a little bit overwhelming, at least for me anyway. Oh, I love it. This name was also my original Xbox 360 name. It just stuck with me. I like that. I like people's names. I think that all good names come from somewhere, you know. Everyone has a story. Whether that story was like I got bored and made my username Bob64, that's a story in itself, you know. I think that stuff's kind of cool. I think it says a lot about you know, about where you were in your life when you came up with the name. Don't tempt me. I've got an entire world. It's true. It is literally an entire planet. I'm so tempted to show you guys the GIF. I'm not gonna do it. It would take. It's too much. I want to show you guys the GIF though. There's a GIF. But yeah, no, it's a lot of work. But we'll get there eventually. Hey, Bart's here. What's up? Bart would use copper buttons. 100%. I agree. Try creating a paradise sort of area with a nice river in between. I like that. I think there's gonna be some space out there for that. We've got some pretty large rivers. There's one area that's called Meadowfell. Maybe we'll take a trip out there, a field trip, and see. I think that would be a good spot for what you're talking about. Take years off his life, but we get to watch those years slip by. Oh no. Hey, Clear's here. Oh, hello, Astro. How's it going, Clear? Are you still on vacation, or have you made it back to your homestead? I have much enjoyed your vacation photos, and just being able to sort of go on a mini vacation myself. It's a nice escape. Cover buttons are all I really need. We need metal buttons. We need like iron buttons. We need copper buttons. We need gold buttons. Honestly, we need diamond buttons. I'd take diamond buttons. We don't need the shiny buttons. We already have the shiny stairs. Don't know though. I mean, I'm glad they have copper stairs and stuff. I do wish they had gold stairs though. You know, that's kind of a big gripe. Oh, I'm not getting a whole lot done, but I am enjoying talking with you guys. Let's see, I just like ravens, and I act a lot like my screens when I like shinies. Oh man, it's a secret. You want to see the GIF? Okay, well here, let's see if I can show you the GIF. It's a good GIF, quality GIF, high quality GIF. GIF-tastic. I have to find the GIF first. I have a lot of random stuff. Which one of these? Let's see. Thought it would be in my downloads, to be honest. That seems like a place where you keep a GIF, right? Is this it? Nope, that's just a picture. Where be the GIFs? Oh, here we go. This the most recent one? This is. Okay, let's make it big and then I'll share my screen. Let's see if I can display capture. Here we go. This is the world. This is my planet. I wish I could show you the top and the bottom, but I can't because it's just a GIF. It's just a little video thing. But this is the planet that I hope to one day create. So that part that's going past right now, oh, it's gone. But the part with the little islands off the coast, right here. So this part right here, on the little bottom left corner, that is, that's what we're building right now. That's Anoria. Right there. There it is again. That's Anoria. So, there's a lot. We've got a lot of different, we've got whole continents, we've got a bunch of different nations, a bunch of different countries, different oceans and stuff. It's all named. It's all very, well, it's not particularly well thought out, but it's fun. I'm having a good time with it. But anyway, that's the GIF. I'm very proud of it. Let's go back to this. But anyway, let's see. I kind of dropped by to share my new little hobby of the soldier, poet, and king format lyrics. What is that? Oh, we're doing... There will come a lore master who's created our lands. He is streamed with all of his heart. Olay, olai, olay, oh Lord, he is streamed with all his heart. It's a song, oh, it's a poet thing. Interesting. I like that. That is super cool. I have to get someone to do a dramatic reading. I guess I could do a dramatic reading. I don't know. I guess I am pretty dramatic. I try anyway. That's super cool though. I like that. Metal signs, yes. I agree with that. That is 100% a thing we need. Alright. So I'm thinking we have some waterfalls, because it seems like a good place for waterfalls. And then we get some like little stream action going on over here. Not this kind of stream, but like a water kind of stream. Yeah, I think we could do some cool things with that. Gotta back some of this up a little bit so we can get some space to put some waterfall stuff in. I think we can have some water coming down there. We could honestly probably have some coming from back here. I think we just need to make this brush a little bit smaller. Let's see. There we go. Try not to disturb the chickens. Let's see. Yep. Just like that. That looks good. Oh man, there's so many messages. I am not in Astroland. Yeah, so this is actually Illias. So this is the main project server. Astroland is the community server. So this is a little bit different. Yeah, if you wanted to join Astroland is... I made an executive decision a while back that I'm just gonna leave it running for now. It's just a minimal RAM and everything, but it's too much fun to let it go away. So I'm just gonna leave it running for right now. Plus, it's a good place for me to store schematics for later use, to be honest. So that's gonna be a thing. No one has to worry about that going away. But yeah, this is currently a private server. So we're doing things together as a team, but we're currently applications right now are a little bit closed up. We will be opening them again in the future. I'm just trying to orient myself with the current team of people I have before I start bringing in more and more people. I think it's smart. We'll get there eventually, though. We'll get back into it. When the applications are open, maybe I'll put a little post out there so that everyone knows. Don't like these little flowers. Very. There we go. Yeah. How are you gonna blend this world with the new World Painter updates? How do I put this? So right now we're building inside a small section of the whole map, right? It turns out that Minecraft maps, 50,000 blocks is a lot of blocks. So currently we're in like a little tiny valley of the main map, and a lot of the rest of the map is unfinished. But as we finish those extra parts, like you said, we're gonna update it and everything. But what's gonna happen is that I'll just merge the maps. So I'll import this map as a height map to World Painter, add what I need to add, and then re-export it and merge the files back together. I've done it before. It's actually with this with this actual city. And it worked out pretty well. It was a little bit clunky. You know, it's not I don't think it's the target thing for World Painter, but man, the snow is driving me nuts. Well, that's the plan anyway. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, you know, then we'll find another way. There will always we'll always be able to find something, I'm sure. But it is something that's been on my mind. I'm a little worried about it, but let's see what happens. Try to keep a healthy sleep schedule. Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you for stopping by, Clear. I don't know if you're still here because I'm a little bit laggy with the messages, but I do appreciate you stopping by. Always good to see you, or read you, as I was saying to Raven earlier. Guess I'm not really seeing anyone, you know. No one's seeing anyone. It's just Minecraft. Taby's back. I like it. I know there's a way to merge worlds in World Pair, but this map is so huge. Yeah, so I'm less worried about that than I was before. So originally I was a little bit nervous because the very first time I exported this map was literally just a flat world. I hadn't built any of the mountains or anything yet, and I just wanted to see how long it would take to export a flat world. It took 15 hours. 15 hours of rendering to export a 50k map that was flat, just a flat plane. And I was like, oh geez, once I add mountains and stuff, it's gonna take even longer. But funny thing, when I actually exported this map to put the city in it, it took 3 hours. Which is weird, because I can't explain that. I have no idea why it only took 3 hours, but I'm not questioning it. I'm happy that it took only 3 hours. So I'm hoping that when we merge it, that the merging will take a similarly short amount of time. That's my hope. But honestly, I have no idea. So I'm just praying and hoping at this point. I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't even want to think about the alternatives. I don't know what I'd do if that doesn't work. So I'm not gonna think about it. That's how I deal with all things in my life. If it's something that's too scary to think about, then I just ignore it until it goes away. It's not a healthy coping mechanism. Don't do it, kids. But yeah, one way or another, we'll figure it out. Let's see. Airbrush, massive snow layers. That's smart, actually. I should have done that. Let's see. So I want like kind of a river. Oops. Gotta push this back because I want a riverbed. Why is there diorite under my map? That's just it's not what you want, but I guess we'll bring this up. Maybe we'll get kind of like a waterfall here. That'd be kind of neat. We figured out somehow there's a way. Exactly. It's possible we'll find something, you know. Where there's a will, there's a way, right? Weird question. When you made a new file for the world pair map, how big were the dimensions? When I made a new file... Oh, okay. So I'm a little bit confused. I put the max at like 9,000. My computer wanted... Oh, okay. Yeah, so this map is 50,000 by 50,000, which I do not recommend. It's enormous. It's way too much space for the vast majority of projects, including my own. I probably could have gotten away with a much smaller map, but I'm a big fan of overkill. This map is 50,000 by 50,000 blocks. The file size, like the world folder file, is 35 gigabytes, which for a Minecraft map is significant. You know, it's a little bit extreme. Like I said, you know, honestly, I can't think of many situations where you would need a lot more than maybe like 4,000 or 5,000 blocks by 4,000 or 5,000 blocks. It's a lot more space than you think. That being said, I am, you know, a giant hypocrite because this block is 10 times that size, or this map is 10 times that size, and here I am telling you, oh no, you don't need that much space, but I do. I need that much space, you know. But yeah, you know, I think for most purposes, for most purposes, you really don't need that much space. I think for the most part, you can make do with a lot less. But for the enthusiasts out there, this is a 50,000 by 50,000 map, and it currently takes up about 35 gigabytes. Just to give you, like, here, let me give you guys a sense of scale of how big these maps are, right? So, we've got this big grid in the sky, which we can't even see all of. This big grid in the sky, which contains the entire city that we've been building for the last year and a half, and then a bunch of outlying land. This big square is 1,200 by 1,200. This is already I mean, obviously, if you're building a city, I don't think you'd need much more space than this, because this includes a city and a bunch of mountains and stuff. But, you know, if we want to go even further, right, we could start at the ocean. And I've measured this out pretty accurately. So if we start here at the ocean, and we're going to fly about 3,000 blocks inland, right? 3,000, not 50,000. If we were doing 50,000, we would be here all night. We're going to fly 3,000 blocks, and we'll do it at a relatively fast speed, and hopefully the rendering will keep up with me. Let's see. So about this point, we're probably at about 1,000 blocks, give or take. Flying further this way. And I actually have to move a little bit in this direction, just so I don't run out of mountains and stuff. But all of this, we're getting towards about 2,000 blocks out. Maybe somewhere around here-ish is about 2,000 blocks. 3,000 blocks is way the heck out here. Let's see. 3,000 blocks. Somewhere right about... Okay, we're in the next valley. Yeah, so 3,000 blocks is somewhere about out here. And you noticed how long it took me to fly that distance in spectator mode. You know, which I move pretty fast. It's a lot of space. It's an absolute ton of space. This entire valley is contained within a 3,000 by 3,000 block square. And this, I mean, you know, look at how much we have to work with, right? You know, we're gonna end up building 20 plus towns in this area. A lot of space, you know, and I think that for most applications, you really don't need more than this much space for building, and then 1,000 blocks for water on the edges, right? So that people don't see the world border. But yeah, it's a lot of space. Interesting though, you know, I like it. I like the fact that, you know, we've got 3,000 blocks of space to work with, and then we have 47,000 blocks in all directions to keep going. We could just keep going. Which is it's just nuts. I don't know. Makes me smile every time I think about it, because I'm very excited about this project. Oh. Alright, let's smooth some of this out a little bit. And I'm okay with getting a little bit of some of the weird stone blocks here and there. Not too concerned about it. Mostly just trying to smooth out some of these weird transitional areas. Get a little bit in this cave. Smooth some chickens out of existence. I'm sorry, chickens. We might add that part back, because I actually like that. Okay, cool. We'll probably dig this into the ground a little bit, and we'll have a bridge. This will go all the way under. So I think that's good. Yeah. Yep. Big map. Big map. I'm telling you guys, like, I think that people thought I was joking when I told you the other day. Oh, that's cool. Awesome. Well, congrats, dude. But yeah, no, I told you guys a while back that I would still be doing these streams, 20 years from now. And I think people thought I was joking, but legitimately, I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. It's just, I'm going to keep working on it until it's either finished or I die. or get really sick of Minecraft, which is also possible, I suppose. It's gonna be fun though. It's gonna be a fun time. Let's see here. We need to dig out a space, and for that we're gonna need brushes. But this is probably only gonna be like no mask. Does that seem about the same width? Yeah, and if anything, it would honestly probably get wider, but I think we can accomplish the width with just with the smoothing around the edges probably. And I'm thinking I don't like this. I don't like that this is such a straight line. I think we need to curve it a little bit this way, and then we'll curve it back this way, and then route it in between these two little things. See what I'm getting at? It's gonna be great. Okay, cool. I like that. That's a nice little stream. It does a good job of cutting through these areas. It's gonna be really pretty when I'm done with it, I can tell. Got some yellow wool under the ground there. I think also this probably needs to be a little bit bigger. Yeah, we can work with that. Okay, let's start to kind of layer this stuff out. First, I want to get rid of all these weird little squares, because no one likes weird little squares in their creeks and their streams and their rivers. Let's see. I'm actually tempted to leave the sides of this though fairly sharp. I think that's probably good. Hey, how's it going, Dom Vods? Yeah. I wish I played on PC. I play on PlayStation. You know, I've been hearing that a lot. I like the console editions. It's convenient, you know, to be able to play it on without having to like boot up the computer every time. But I do hear you. It's there are definitely some things. There are a lot of like limitations when it comes to playing on console. I originally started playing this game on the Switch, which was fun. I enjoyed that. Is this my oops. I did not spell that right. Let's try that. Okay, cool. Let's get rid of some of this just over here, just so we can shape the edge of this a little bit. I love making cities. Nice. I too am an enjoyer of city building. It's a lot of fun though. This game is super fun. By far one of the best games I've ever played. Which I think pretty much everyone here understands that. So it's great fun though. I'm actually gonna leave. I think maybe cut this point off, but I think I'm gonna leave the rest of this pretty steep. We'll need to come through and do some layering with the bottom layer of ground. I think also building that up a little bit, bringing this out. I think all of this needs to come out a little bit. Let's see, kind of like this. You see what's crazy on PC? There's a lot of people who love to build cities on there, but when it comes to PlayStation, when I'm trying to find people that are building cities, there's none on PlayStation 4. Yeah. Is crossplay a thing with the console versions? Are there, like, can you play with people who are on other kinds of consoles? Or are you limited to only playing with people who are on PlayStation? I'm feeling pretty good about the shape. Yes. Okay, cross thing is the thing for Bedrock. I thought so. Yeah, I mean, maybe that makes things easier. Maybe it doesn't. I don't really know. But I hope you find some people. You know, it's I don't know. I feel like cooperative Minecraft is one of those things that, like, not a lot of people get to experience it, but it's so much fun. And I understand that, like, you know, that I'm coming from a position of great privilege because I have a lot of people, I have a lot of friends who play, so it's I can always find someone to play with, and that's not the case for everyone. But it's definitely is a lot of fun to play with other people. And I think it's something that's a little bit different because I feel like there's a great number of people who play Minecraft who only have ever played it solo, you know, who have only ever played like survival on their own. And I think that because there is a little bit of stigma, I feel like, with people who only play creative. And I think that some of that comes from the fact that, you know, people, it's, you know, not a lot of people have played with other people in creative, because I think that creative is not fun to do solo. Not really. I mean, I enjoy it, but I'm kind of a weirdo. Oops. Let's do that. B-E. Make this small again, so I can just do this. On all platforms, I think PS4 might be an exception. Oh, interesting. I know on PC, joining different YouTuber Patreon servers is a good way to find like-minded players. Hey, that's cool. That's interesting. I get that, though. I guess, you know, it's kind of a built-in community at that point, you know? Let's see here. I think I want to do the ground layer for this stream. Then we'll put water in it. It's probably the best way to go about it. All right. So this is very typical, and it's not very interesting of me, but I am going to put like a mixture of like sand and gravel and stuff at the bottom. See if I can remember the commands though. It looks like we're gonna do a cylinder. This is where it gets complicated. Sand, smooth sandstone. I like to use stripped birch. Oops, can't spell. Birch, wood. We're gonna add a little bit of dirt. We're gonna add a little bit of gravel. What else? Oh, I wanted to use this is a weird one that Richard showed me. Brown mushroom blocks, and then we add a tag and we say up equals true. No, false, I think. And that'll give us the weird mushroom block texture on the inside of the mushroom block texture on the top. Clay, coarse dirt. I think we're okay with, because I don't want to deal too much with percentages right now. So if I do dirt and coarse dirt, it's gonna be too much of the dark dirt color. So I think we'll just stick with regular dirt for right now. But I do think clay is a good one. Let's add some clay. Let's see. And then we say mask. Actually, we don't need to mask it. Let's mask it. Let's mask not air. Just be careful. And this should give us kind of a nice mixture. And it looks a little bit chaotic right now, but it will look better, I promise, once it's underwater. All right. And I think we really only want to on like the bottom and second to bottom most layers of this, because I think that it's good to have some stuff on the sides. What's the difference between logs and wood? That's a good question. Let me show you. So logs look like this. Wood looks like this. So logs have this ingrain. They've got the rings and everything. But if you look at a piece of wood, it's just the bark texture on all the sides. So when I do if I did stripped birch logs, they would end up looking like this, and wherever I had them would end up with this weird like circle texture. That's kind of, I don't like it. So instead I use birch wood because it's just a neutral brown block. Hey, Gumpy's here. Welcome. Wood doesn't have a top texture, bark on all sides. That is true. Let's see. I like this. I like this mix. I really like the brown mushroom stems. Or mushrooms. I guess they're not stems, they're just mushrooms, but it's a good color. Let me see if I can find a piece and we can look at it up close. This one right here. It's like bread. You do get a little bit on the sides. I suppose I could do the command for all the sides, but I'm not too worried about it. I think it looks nice. Especially underwater, it's going to be hard to tell. But it is a very similar, it's kind of an in-between between dirt and sand. A little bit, let's see if I can, a little bit easier to see. Kind of an in-between color, and then this is also kind of an in-between color. All together, you end up with a little bit colorful right now, but I think once we get it all in, it'll be pretty good. Oh, and that needs to be... Huh. That's interesting. I didn't know that it did that with water. Makes sense, I guess. I wonder if I should drain this. Yeah, I'll drain it a little bit. Just kind of fill some of this in. Let's see, because I would like a little bit of this coming in here. I think that'll be good. Okay, let's fill this with water again. Let's see. I'm feeling much better, to be honest. Things are going much better for me, in the health department. I don't know. I got quite a bit of rest today. Looking forward to being busy with work tomorrow. So, all right, let's fill that in. Backfill all of this. Grumpy Bumpy. Oh yeah, the poor dolphins. I don't know why there are dolphins. Well, I know why there are dolphins in my river. It's strange that there are dolphins in my river. But I think it really just has to do with the fact that the river, the biome in the river is ocean, because it's water that's at ground level. So it thinks that it's the ocean. I should probably change that at some point. I'll go through and paint some biomes around maybe, but let's see. All right, let's grab diamonds. We're gonna do our water trick to make some cool water. I think this is a good spot. Let's see. And we really want this to come up 2 blocks. I think we'll probably have another one somewhere over here. It's just 1 block. Let me backfill this. And then I believe we can backfill this. It's gonna be bigger though. Alright, cool. Could you check out the portals with shaders when you're not busy? Yeah, definitely. But yeah, no, I am feeling much better. Thank you guys. I appreciate the concern. But I am feeling a lot better. I was feeling pretty cruddy for a while there. I'll be honest with you. Let's see here. Let's fill this. This is the best way that I have found to do flowing water. In terms of like little waterfalls and stuff. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this. We're gonna use brushes to turn all the diamond blocks into water source blocks, and then the water is gonna flow down these little waterfalls. It'll be very pretty. Probably a couple here. I think that water level needs to be 1 block higher too. But I suppose we could start this back here. And like this. Cool. And I can come here. Fill this with water. And that should fill most of this. We can have a little bit more water right here. That one's good, and then we'll build some waterfalls into these in a second. It's kind of weird generation. Let's grab some of this. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Let's do something simple. Alright, cool. Now we could take our brush. We can I'll use this brush. Water 5, mask, diamonds. Now as we go, these layers will just flow together. See? So this water technically goes up 2 blocks in height between here and this area up here. But you can hardly tell. It does a great job of self-smoothing. These are going to look nice. These are going to end up being little waterfalls. There's a little bit of fiddling with it, right? Sometimes the water doesn't go quite where you want it to go. When that happens, you just do this. Invert them. This one's like being really stubborn. There we go. Let's see. Let's change this. Oh, that one came out really good. That's a nice waterfall. I honestly don't think there's much I'd change. I think maybe this one. That's cool. That's actually one that's big enough. I think we could put some cobwebs and stuff at the bottom to indicate that it is indeed a waterfall. This one's gonna need a couple more. Chicken, why are you in the water? Get out of my way. Please get out of my way, chicken. Alright, that one's good. And then that one's pretty simple. And there we go. Water, stuff, done. Let's take a look at it and see what we think. That looks pretty good, huh? I think we'll come back in a little bit later, and we'll, you know, we'll add some trees and things in there, because there's definitely going to need to be some trees hanging over. We do want to do waterfalls, so I want to do that really quick. So that's a really, really simple thing. It's the same way as you might do it in survival, I think. Very similar anyway. So, we're just gonna say, oh, look. This is where the waterfall's coming from. It's coming from this weird hole in the wall. That makes sense. We'll kind of dig it way back in here. And then we're going to fill this thing with water. And if we do this, it should fall nicely. A little bit funny there at the bottom, and a little bit at the top too. Altogether, not bad. We need blocks here and here too. There we go. This is like a triple threat waterfall. Let's see. Let's dig this out a little bit. I think it's important for there to be a space where it's like, oh yeah, this is where the water is coming from, as opposed to just having water coming out of the rock itself. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter that much. Feels important though. Like that. Nice. We need that. Yeah, that looks good. And then back here, we can have water coming out from this little space. Do you play on a Hypixel? I don't know what that is. I mean, I know that I'm assuming that you're talking about something different than what I'm thinking of, because I know that Hypixel is a game that's coming out at some point, I think. Someone told me that. But that doesn't sound like what you're talking about. So I'm guessing the answer is no. So if I don't know what you're talking about, then it's probably because I'm not doing it, I would think. But no, what is that? Are you talking about the game? I am planning on playing Hypixel when it comes out. Oh, it's a server. Server build battle teams. Hightail. Oh, okay. No, I don't build on Hypixel. Seems like fun though. Say build battles. I like build battles. Huh. I'll have to look into it. See what all the fuss is about. Let's see. Oh, let's see. That looks pretty good. All right, we got our nice little waterfalls. That's gonna look really cool. We can put some spore blossoms in there, and some of the new plants and things like that. Oh, it's gonna be epic. You can see it already. That's gonna be super cool. This is gonna be nice too. We're gonna have like a little bridge over this little stream. Definitely some trees and stuff hanging over the water. Hypixel is the most popular Minecraft server. Idaho gets a lot of its development and experience from Hypixel. That would explain why they have similar names then. That's cool. I'll have to check it out. I've never heard of that. It's kind of cool. Is it like a public server? Let's see. So Gumpy has been building she's got her temple here on the mountain. She's been building a portal beneath. Oh, we got some stone here. Oops. Let me fix this. This was definitely me. I was shaping some of the cave earlier, and it appears some of my stone went a little bit wide. Let's see, just like this. There we go. Oh, I like that. That's super cool. Huh. Oh, it's got the glass. That is pretty neat, especially with the shaders. Let me grab a light block because I think that'll be even cooler. For some reason, I always default to shroom light. Let's see. I think I need to turn off my... Kind of hard to see. You get some nice reflections though. You can see some of it. It does look very nice though. Yeah, I think we can get some light blocks in behind these leaves somehow, kind of like that. Hypixel gets 50 to 70,000 players at once. Woo! That's a lot of people. That's pretty nuts. I like this though. So the idea I believe behind this is that this is like an old ruined portal that fell apart. No longer functioning. There were some issues with portals in the past history of this world, and the gods kind of decided, you know what? If you're not going to use portals responsibly, we're going to close all the portals and you don't get any portals. Classic parental move. But yeah, so this is kind of a defunct portal, hence why this temple and the little town around it, I think, are going to be sort of ruined and falling apart. Let's see. I'll remove these shroom lights because I know that they're not intended to be there. But I do like it. Looks nice. We need to spend some time on these walls, but I'll come back in here at some point and fiddle with them. But so far it's good. It's true. Got banned for 3 months for doing nothing. Do they expect you to do stuff? Like, is it like one of those servers where it's like you have to contribute like builds or something in order to continue being a part of it? It's kind of weird. I guess I could see that being a thing. I don't know. Issues with portals in the present day. Yeah, see, now you guys are starting to understand the history. There's a lot of it. Okay, let's go through here with our lapis block again, and we will figure out where some more trees are going to go. So I think tree kind of here. Good spot for a tree. Maybe also down here. Alright, catch you later, Gumpy. Good hanging with you. Let's see. Let me put a tree here. It said banned for cheating and I only use Optifine. That's lame. I don't like that. That would annoy me too. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the culture is like. Maybe Optifine counts as cheating. I don't feel like it does though. It's not like a hack thing. It's just a modded client kind of deal, I guess, right? Is that how it works? I don't really know. I use Optifine, but I don't really know exactly how it works. Let's see. I think we need some trees kind of up here. I think we don't want too many trees directly next to the wall. I feel like that would be a security issue. Maybe some stumps, you know? We could put some tree stumps down there. Maybe there used to be trees there and they cut them down because they were a security threat. I mean, I don't know how much of a security threat they'd really be, but there you go. It's basically a giant mini game server. Oh. Yeah, maybe it's the zoom then. I know that Optifine lets you zoom in. I can do it like this. I can zoom. Look, that's not what you think it is. It's really the trunk of a tree. But yeah, no, I mean, I guess maybe that could be a thing. If people thought people were cheating with that. I don't know. It's sort of strange. Sorry that happened to you. Just like that. This needs to come out a little bit more. And this needs to come out. There we go. Much better. Fill some of this in. Oops. We will add more grass and stuff back later. It's just right now it's kind of in the way. How's that look? I like that. I think that these blocks are like they're two in line. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. We're getting there. Get rid of this weird snowy. Put regular grass in. I think next time it rains though, this place is gonna get snowed in again. I have to change the biomes here, I think. This is too tall. Oh yeah, no, I mean, I don't think you did anything wrong. I think that it's just weird policies on their part. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, that's not fun. And we could have a tree out here. Fill that in. Do we dare put a tree up this tall? I don't think you'd want to block the view from the top of the wall, though. I think you'd still want to be able to see. So maybe we'll put the trees down a little bit lower. We'll leave this top part pretty bare with maybe some logs and stuff. I think this is a good spot for a tree. Not sure how I feel about this weird shape thing. Need to bring this back. Maybe like that. Slightly more natural. Slightly. I just wanted to play their version of Skyblock. Oh, that sounds fun. I've never played Minecraft Skyblock, although I know that that's where it comes from, I think. I have played the Terraria version of Skyblock. Because I was curious. It was a lot of fun. Alright, here's where we start getting creative with the trees. We want to try and squeeze some trees into some weird spots. I think this would be a good spot for a tree. I think maybe down like here. And I think maybe over here. Maybe like a little stunted tree in here. Something very small though. Oh no, there's eggs in the water. Chickens, what are you doing? Why are you laying eggs in the water? Also, this llama is stuck. It's very sad. Their skyblock is nothing like the normal one. Oh, interesting. Is it better? Is it like nothing like the normal one in a good way, or in a bad way? I mean, I assume a good way, but you never know. That's pretty good. Yeah, I feel pretty good about all that. Let's see here. Throw some more lapis around. I think maybe like here's a good spot. I think we definitely need one here. And maybe we shouldn't put it right there. Maybe we should put it here. Then we can still have some sort of path. Well, I think we had a path that'd be on this side, huh? Yeah, maybe like a little footbridge. Some little boats or something. So we could put it up here at the top. Let's see. I think this is a good spot as well. Good way, in a good way. You should try it out once. Yeah, I'll have to go check it out and see what it's like. I mostly remembered Hypixel for an old adventure map such as Herobrine's Mansion. I think they got rid of them though. It's kind of like their flavor of Skyblock. You get to visit other people's islands. Oh, that's kind of neat. I like that. Maybe one of these days we'll have to do something like that. Those things. That's a weird block. I don't like that. That's fine. I think there's just those two blocks that I didn't like. All right, this is a good number of trees. I think most of this terrain is pretty good. This was something I think it was Richard who did this. I would guess he's been doing a lot of this kind of stuff. I think for the most part it looks pretty good. We will have to edit some of this stuff over here because we got the same issue with like the weird caves, but overall not bad. Let's see. Okay. Those adventure maps were so cool. I remember playing through or watching playthroughs of them years ago. True nostalgia. Watch a vid from Hell Castle and Furry Boy or Time Dio. They cover a lot of Skyblock. Huh. I will have to do that. Seems interesting. Yeah, it is interesting to me that that oh man, I got rid of my tool. That's so upsetting. No, just because I haven't played Minecraft for very long. So you guys have these like memories of the game years ago that I just don't have. My earliest memory of Minecraft was the Nether update, which wasn't that long ago. I don't know. It's kind of an interesting observation, I guess. And then probably right here. Yeah, it is kind of neat. I try to imagine what it's like, you know, from your guys' perspectives, you know, with so much nostalgia. Because there are definitely games that are like that for me, you know, where, you know, I played them for many years and I remember what it was like back in the day. Things were very different, you know. I get it. It's just it's weird for me to imagine that Minecraft is like that for people, even though it definitely is. I also started during the virus. I've almost played the game for 10 years. I think I started playing before they added trading with villagers. Oh man, that's wild. Kind of cool though, you know. I mean, like, you guys were into Minecraft before it was cool, or maybe at the start of when it was cool. Something to be said for that, I suppose. All right, I think. Yeah, I think we'll finish up this little section on this side of this creek, and then we'll kind of wrap things up because I just realized it's 8:20, so I've been doing this for a little while now. Good though. I feel like I'm getting a lot accomplished, which is not the usual for when I stream, so I appreciate that. That's a little too flat, huh? A little bit too flat. Hey, Bullet Wanted, how's it going? Thanks. I'm glad you like it. So you can see the little picture in the bottom corner of my screen. That's like a really vague reference image of what I'm trying to accomplish. So we're laying out the basics. We're getting the terraforming done, getting the shapes right. We built this little river in this creek. I don't know if you saw that, but this is kind of nice. It's infested with barnyard animals right now. I don't know why. But yeah, we're slowly getting that finished. So far, it's looking pretty good. Make this a little bit bigger. Let's see. Definitely want to bring this out almost to the road. I think pretty vertical is good too. Yeah, this is 1.17 now. Yes, we finally managed to get the project updated to 1.17. Feels very good. We've got not too many blocks. Well, I take that back. This entire wall is built out of deep slate, so we do have quite a few of the new blocks, I suppose. We haven't gone through and retrofitted the city with the new stuff, so that's kind of something we'll have to do at some point. Because that's gonna be a big project. City's a big place. Let's see. Let's do like that. So I'd like to get this just a little bit more diagonal, just so we have less space, so we can do the little bridge over there. Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to use some moss blocks. We can actually go through and I think we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that today on the stream. Is at the end of this, after we're done with the general shape. We'll come through with some brushes and do some final colors. So I think that would be a fun thing to do. Let's see, I think that's pretty good. Honestly, I think we're pretty much there. We want to do a little bit here. Hit it from the inside to get rid of that steepness. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and use, let's smooth this out a little bit. Yeah, if you have questions, feel free. It'll be nice when 1.18 drops and you get more mountain height and deeper worlds so Underdark builds are possible. Yep. We are very excited. What is that yellow river? Ah, okay. So this yellow area is actually going to be a path. So like a walking path. So eventually we'll make it out of like, dirt path and dirt and podzol and stuff. But it's just to show where the road goes. You can see it stretches off into the distance. We've got I've drawn out these roads that zigzag all the way across this entire valley. So right now we're just trying to match the terraforming to it. Yeah. No, it's confusing though. It's particularly if you're not exactly me, because I'm really the only one, I feel like, who fully understands the weird things I do in the name of pretty mountains and stuff. I don't know. Design. I do a lot of that. I do a lot of stuff without explaining what it is I'm doing and why. I think it drives people nuts, but... Okay, gotta put our lapis block back, though. Boop. And this one... Something like that. Move this out a little bit. Alright, I think most of this is pretty good. We did a lot of the smoothing my hands, so I think we're okay for right now. The yellow brick wool road. Yeah, I guess you can't do strike. I guess the what do they call it? The editing language doesn't work in the comment section here. Let's see. Gotta do. Let's grab this. I want to pull that out. So fill that in. Okay. Oh, it's a constant iterative process. We build stuff, we smooth it out, we stare at it, we don't like it, we build it some more, we smooth it out, rinse, repeat. I think this is pretty good. This is a good thing. When will you next play on Astroland? That's a good question. I'm gonna have to maybe set aside some time, maybe a couple streams a month to do that. Because I still have my castle over there, my sand castle that I'd like to get finished at some point. Let's think about pallets though. Okay, this is really bugging me. Really quick before we talk about pallets. Okay. So I think we talked about grass and moss and stuff. I think that's all good. Let's see. Moss. I think we could even work in some like some green wool. Is also a very similar color, just to get some really good texture. That's what I'm looking for above all else, is good texture. I'm tempted to use the green concrete powder too. That seems like a pretty good mix. I'm kind of actually happy about that. Hey Rhonda, how's it going? Copper blocks? Don't know about copper. So I know that they are kind of a similar color, but I think that, let's find a less, I don't think that there are copper blocks that are, I think that's a little bit too different, and all of them have this kind of square pattern on them. That is going to just be, it's going to stand out a little too much from the landscape. I wish I have a brain like yours. This is so complicated. It's not that complicated, I promise. Basically, we're trying to pick out blocks that are green, right? These hills, we want them to be green hills. And it's kind of boring if they're all dirt, right? All dirt and grass. So we're trying to find some other blocks that we can mix in there. That's all. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, Rhonda, we're back in the city. I don't remember if you were at some of the previous ones. I've done a couple in the city now. But we're kind of working outside the outer wall. We're doing some terraforming, sculpting the land a little bit. It's gonna look nice. Next time we'll have to come through and do trees. I think that's gonna be the big one. So let's use these. I think this is a good mixture. And we'll paint some of this. So we'll say BR sphere. Gives us a sphere brush on our golden sword. That has grass. And we're actually gonna do more grass than anything else, I think. I think that's smart. And then we'll do moss block. Light. Oh no, it's just green. Green wool and green concrete out. We do a radius of 5, and we're gonna mask grass. So that way, when we use this brush, we're we are only going to replace blocks that are grass blocks, so the dirt with the grass on top. And if we click on it, we can see that did not work. Why did that not work? Oh. Needs to be a grass block, not just grass. There we go. And that's not nearly enough. Definitely need more of that other stuff. Let's go back to our... 50% grass is too much. Normally there are 4 different blocks, so this would normally be 25. We just need this percentage to be greater than 25. Maybe like 40 or 35. Maybe just equal parts. I thought we needed more grass blocks, but maybe we don't. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe that was unnecessary. That does seem a little bit extreme though, huh? I think that's a little bit too much. Let's see. So let's do it this way. We'll do a little bit more grass, maybe 35. And then we'll do... This is going to remain like 20%. It's going to be about 20%. Actually, let's make this one 30. So I think we want more moss blocks, so we can actually grow things on moss blocks. That's the big thing I'm thinking about. Is that I just want to make sure that we don't... Because you can't grow things without commands on concrete. So we got 65, 75, 85. This gets to be 15%. How do we feel about that? Does it need more grass? I need the... It's very vibrant green. Just for now, keep it up. Thanks. I appreciate it, Bullet. I appreciate it. I don't know. What do we think? Is this too much of the other blocks? Not enough grass? I honestly can't tell. It is very lush. I think maybe the wool doesn't look quite as good as I thought it would. Like maybe less wool. I honestly think this is pretty good though. Let's see. Let's undo a few of these. Okay. Let's do way less wool though. Let's make this like 10. Which means this gets to be 25, I believe. 35 is 50, 60, 90, 100. Cool. Let's try this. It's definitely better. It is a little noisy, huh? The wool really stands out. Maybe we just take out the wool, right? Because you can't grow things on it anyway. Let's just take out the wool and see what happens. And I think, though, if we're taking out the wool, we're going to put that back into grass. Because I think that... It's definitely better. And I do think that... So one of the things that I think is going to be important to note about this is that when it's finished, there's going to be trees and plants and stuff everywhere. So you won't really see as much of this as you can right now. I'm honestly on board with this. I think this looks pretty good. We can grow things on everything except the concrete powder. So we won't be able to grow things on here. But we can grow things on everything else, which I think is okay. And I do like having 3 blocks in the palette. I think it gives it a little bit of complexity. Now, what do you think? This is the palette that we're looking at. We took out the wool because I think the wool was just, it stood out a little bit too much. It looks kind of like melons now that I look at it. So we're sticking with concrete powder, moss, and grass. Remember also that we can modify the color of the grass with biomes. So we should be able to brush this with a mixture of different biomes to get some different colors of grass, which will help a lot with this as well. Think it looks nice? I think so too. So one thing I have to do though first I realize is... Actually, maybe I don't need to do that. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to brush this on. I think this is a good plan. Hopefully I'm right. Who knows? And I guess at the end of the day, I'm the one who has to live with it, right? We're going to know in a second if this is too much, and then I'll have to roll back all my commands. It's going to be very sad. Moss on hills, concrete powder near the road. There's glitched grass as well, called snowy grass. Oh, interesting. That is true. We could try and do some like structured changing of colors. I think this is a good place to start though. Because I think that there's also a really good... There's going to be opportunities for us to do a few things. We're going to be able to change this grass, some of the grass blocks, into something else. And I think we're going to be able to add carpets. We're going to be able to add both moss carpets and regular green carpets. And then with plants growing on it and stuff, I think it'll be all really good. I wonder if I can... Maybe I'll bone meal a little bit of this just to get an idea. Just kind of curious. What does bone meal look like? I don't know. There it is. Also, I want to know what happens when you bone meal. Yeah, that's gonna look good. Do you think we might actually need some more grass though? Glitched grass. Happens when snow is supposed to be on grass in snowy biomes, but it glitches out. Is it an actual, like, can we... I'm curious now. Is it something, like something that you can, like, give yourself? Can I, if I throw this away, can I say... snowy... What's it called? Snowy grass? I don't know if it's not something I can use in commands. I don't know if we'll be able to do much with it. I am gonna try to undo a few of these theoretically. See how many we can undo. I mean, I'm able to live with a little bit of it that looks like this, but ideally I would like to get a little more grass. All right, that's as much as we can undo. I think that's okay though. We are gonna add a little more grass to this palette before we do stuff. Smos with commands. Grass. Oh, it's a type of grass. Oh, interesting. I'm kind of curious now. Grass. I think it's got to be grass block though, right? I don't know. That's something I'll have to experiment with the commands there, and we'll see what we can do. Let's see. This is what we wanted, but we wanted more grass. I think less concrete powder because we can't grow stuff on the concrete powder anyway, so it makes sense to have like this. Yeah, I think that's better. It's a splash of color instead of like a fistful of color in your face. Especially given that, you know, a lot of this grass is probably going to end up going out. Let's see here. Oh man, it's dawning on me that I spent 2 hours making this area, terraforming and everything, and we've only done this little section. There's so much more left to do. I'm excited to work on it, to be honest. We don't want to hold it down though. We want to just splatter it on. If we hold it down, we're gonna convert too much of the grass. It's gonna be fun though. I'll do some experimenting though. I'll do some research too on exactly how snowy grass works, and maybe we can incorporate it into some of the commands moving forward. So I think that would be cool. Oh yeah, now that we're getting like this whole area filled in, I'm really digging. And moss is just the best. I don't know if you guys knew this. Moss might actually be the greatest thing that this game has ever given us. This looks fantastic. That looks so lush. I want to go roll around on it. Sometimes generates in snowy biomes with the tag snowy false. Interesting. I'll definitely do some research. I think that probably though, for tonight anyway, I don't think anyone wants to sit around and watch me type commands into the chat and try and figure things out on the fly. But we'll do some research. We'll do our research and we'll come back and we'll give it a shot and see what we can make happen. Oh man, I'm really loving moss. This is kind of fantastic. Ooh, a little bit of rubber banding there. Let's see. It's interesting. We'll have to get rid of some of this snow at some point. But before we do that, we have to change the biome so it doesn't get re-snowed later. But it's something we can deal with as we go. Not too worried about right now. Let's go into here. So, let's see. Let's green this grass up. Green this grass. Do a little bit on this side too, just for fun. All right. You want to do it with commands? I think it's probably a block state, so you'd use brackets. Okay, I'll definitely look into it. Anything for more types of grass. Yeah. What do we think? I'm pretty happy with this. I think this looks really good. It is very, very green. Really like that. And especially once we start getting some plants and stuff in there. You know, a lot of this was just sort of I was just curious to see what would happen if I bone mealed it. But I think this is gonna look really nice, especially with trees and water features and stuff. Fitting for an elven city. I agree. I like this hill. It's a very green, grassy hill. We'll probably go through and replace some of the dirt too. Get some coarse dirt and stuff in there, and the rooted dirt. That's gonna be good. Maybe we should do that now. I'm kind of feeling it. Let's do it really quick. Let's give myself another tool though. I had an iron sword. Get another iron. Oh. And this one's pretty easy, I think. Coarse dirt. Rooted dirt. Are there other kinds of dirt? I feel like that's most of the kinds of dirt, right? Let's check the old thing. Give myself a debug stick. I have a debug stick. I have one right here. What are we doing with the debug stick? We're gonna go debug some of these snowy grass things. So this is like the snowy grass, right? This right here. Oh no, that's regular grass. Oh. So does it only do that when it's got snow on it? Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh wait. Well, I can change the snowiness of it. But then we just end up with grass that looks like this. I don't know if that's gonna work out because it's a little bit light colored. See if I can find regular grass. This is definitely regular grass. This is the only property it has, and I can make it snowy. but I don't know if that's gonna work because I think that we need the green version of the grass. Now, it looks like the green version of the grass is exactly the same as regular grass. Oh, I see. I see. So it's just it's the same as that, but without the snow on top. A little gray on top. Interesting. But I think probably won't end up using it here just because we need green blocks, I think, more than anything. Let's check really quick what kinds of dirt we have though. It is interesting though. I didn't know you could debug stick grass. Who would have guessed? Let's see. We got these kinds of dirt. These are all good kinds of dirt. That's not really dirt, but maybe it'll mix. We'll see. Coarse, rooted. Coarse and rooted dirt. What other kinds of dirt do we have? Kind of want to keep it relatively like brown colored. Because this is only going to be visible on the sides of these hills. Maybe like soul sand. I think that might be a little dark though. Maybe concrete powder. I guess we'll have to come back to that. Concrete powder. I think that's pretty much it for like those sorts of colors. I don't think farmland is a full block, so can't use that. Neither is the dirt path. Wood textures are too woody. I think this might be it for our kinds of dirt. I actually think the concrete powder works pretty well. I don't like any of the others though. I don't think that might be a good dirt palette though, to be honest. Yeah, let's add a little bit of concrete powder to this. Why not? Brown concrete mask dirt. All right, so now we can paint on the sides of this and just give it just a little bit of texture. It's only gonna show up where there's full dirt blocks, so it's not gonna be a super common thing. I think it is gonna add like especially on some of these big flat faces. I think it adds some nice texture. Almost makes it look like there's roots and stuff in it, which I guess that's what rooted dirt is, but like big tree roots, which is something we can also do. I think it's just these little details that really I don't know, they add something extra. This is gonna have a really nice like fairy tale forest vibe, which is exactly what I'm. Let's see. Excellent. Yeah, the flat walls, and unfortunately, sometimes like right here, like that flat wall is kind of necessary. Like I wouldn't want it not to be flat, but I want it to look a little bit less gross. I see some random yellow concrete under there. Actually, I guess it should be like this. Let's see. Where else do we have flat dirt? Let's come over here. Whoop! That did not work the way I thought it would. Thought I had my brush mask set. Maybe I did not though. Strange. And I think some of these we may end up changing stone because I don't know if we need this much dirt. But until we do, this is a good placeholder. It doesn't hurt anything. Alright, texture. That's weird, I don't like that. we're not gonna do too much over here because we are gonna be shifting this stuff around with our commands and stuff. Wow, that looks really nice. That is just like, that's downright beautiful, and it doesn't even have any plants in it. Like, imagine what this is gonna look like with vines and the spore blossoms and trees and plants and stuff. Seagrass growing at the bottom of the little river, creek, whatever you want to call it. Probably do a little bit of texturing to the stone as well, because right now it's mostly just stone with like random pockets of coal and stuff. Oh my goodness, it's gonna look fantastic. Very excited about this. Honestly, if I didn't have work tomorrow, I would sit here and just keep building stuff, keep building trees and things, but unfortunately, jobs, they be doing job things. But yeah, I think we'll probably wrap things up there. Been a very productive day though. I think that this picture kind of says it all. This is a lot of stuff, and it looks really good. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. Lots of new faces today. I really appreciate it. Yeah, swing by next time. Next stream is probably gonna be Wednesday, probably Saturday. That's the plan anyway. We'll see what actually ends up happening. But theoretically Saturday. And we'll do some more of this stuff. I probably will end up doing some building off camera and everything, so we won't be coming back to it looking exactly like this. I'll probably have some more section over here done. Hopefully, that's the plan. But yeah, and then we can start taking these some of these trees that Guppy's built, plopping some of them in, taking some of the trees from Astroland, plopping those in, building a few ourselves because we like building big trees over here. That's a good question. I might do maybe Saturday I'll split my stream and I'll do a little bit here and a little bit in Astroland, because I would like to get that sandcastle finished. It's been bugging me. It's been haunting my dreams. So maybe we'll go over there and take a look at that. See if we can get finished up. Honestly, I'm very, very tempted to pick that sucker up and put it somewhere in this world. Use it somewhere, but I honestly don't know where it would go. It's such a weird build with the big tide pool and everything. I don't know if there's any place in here that would fit. I mean, there definitely is, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, definitely. It'll be Saturday morning my time. Yeah, come over and hang out. We have a community Discord. We have a Discord server and then a community creative server that is connected to the Discord. So if you're interested in joining that and you're not already a part, check my socials. I can put the link really quick in the chat because I've got it pulled up, just in case anyone's interested in joining. But then you can be a part of the little creative server and everything. And let's see here. Let me put this right here. And on the Twitch side, I'll put it over here. Just in case you guys are not already a part and you'd like to join in. For me, morning time is I live in California, so it's Pacific Standard. So currently right now it is 9 p.m. So if you can do the math on that, wherever it is, whatever time zone you are right now. But I'm Pacific time zone, so PST. So whatever that converts to in your local time zone, that's about what time. So it's like the stream will probably be about 12 hours from right now, but on Saturday, if that makes sense. Roughly 8, 9 in the morning, something like that. Yeah, no worries. If you're able to make it, come hang out. If you can't make it, that's totally cool too. No worries. There will be other opportunities. Neither this server nor Astroland is going anywhere. So we'll, I will catch you guys on the other side. I'll see you on Saturday, or see you around the Discord, or whatever the case may be. But you guys have a great evening, a great morning, a great afternoon. And I'll see you later. See ya.